Welcome back to the Listen Out Podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got me, Nick, Jordan.
I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
And my lovely fiance and the first woman on the show, Victoria.
Is this the part where I say something?
This week, we're going to be taking a look at AM by the Arctic Monkeys, released in 2013, and it was picked by Victoria. So why did you choose this album?
You didn't tell me I had to know this part.
I'm glad you listen to our episodes every week.
This is part of the strict format, Victoria. I can't believe you.
This album just speaks to me on a spiritual level.
Nice. I love it.
We're gonna cut that.
We'll see, leave a lot on the cutting room floor. I'm judge, jury, and executioner.
This is an all uncut podcast.
This is an album.
Cut anything.
The 3-hour-long podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually record for 7 hours every week, and then I trim it down to an hour. And sometimes,
Yes.
It really takes a while to edit the 40-minute ones. Yeah, well, because we have some that's 45 minutes and some that's an hour 15. I don't know if you've looked at our final timestamps, but there's quite the range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll leave the full 7 hours. We'll see.
One day.
True. Yeah. So what? I guess what's everyone's experience with the album? Obviously, you're a big Monkees fan, so.
Honestly, I listened to all the songs already. So when you told me I was going to be on the podcast and to listen to it and write notes, I've listened to it fully one time, maybe two.
Yeah.
But that's already because I knew it all.
This was the first Monkees that I remember hearing and being exposed to, and it was I don't know. It was around the time when I also started to hear Young the Giant, when Mind Over Matter came out, and It's About Time got a bunch of radio play. It was kind of Do I Want to Know, and Are You Mine was the same way for me. Jordan, were you familiar with this songs off of this album?
The songs, no. I think Claire liked the Arctic Monkeys. Isn't that when you guys saw her at the concert?
Yeah, we saw her at the Monkees concert for the last album that they put out.
Yeah, she probably didn't like them a whole lot, though.
Yeah, I think she hated me and said I was ugly and stuff.
Yeah, that's...
anyways. No, okay.
So sad.
That's it. I don't think I've ever listened to it more because, well, one, I was very stuck in my ways as far as music went back then, and she'd play Fleetwood Mac or something, I'd be like, "Oh, it's so boring," or something, like that. But I came around to music like that, trying to listen to it. I still don't really like it a whole lot, but
Stevie Nicks is garbage. This is an anti-Fleetwood Mac podcast.
Only Jordan doesn't care Fleetwood Mac here.
Rumors is the worst album ever.
One of his hits album.
You've never even heard Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High? I feel like that one's pretty generic.
Oh, is that the one that goes
it goes Why'd you only ever call me when you're high?
Hey, I just met you.
Yep.
This is crazy.
That's actually
but I was high when I met you.
611-3369. You've gotta call me is actually how it goes.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think
it sounds really bouncy. When I think
I just okay. So Vic, where would I? Because Jamie and Nick asked me this question a lot. Where do you think I would just hear that song?
Oh, just
from?
literally any store.
Yeah, in 2013 and 14.
See, that's what I was saying.
You ever shop at Zoomies?
Oh.
I was gonna say.
No.
Definitely
I've never
Zoomies,
shopped
but
at
also
Zoomies.
just like anything that has general rock. Like they got this album was the first one where
You ever shop at?
it was
Hot
like
Topic?
every radio station that remotely plays rock
Yeah.
music. You would hear like
Do I Want
Yeah,
to Know
I
is
didn't-
huge.
I didn't listen to rock radio stations either. I listened to like 107.5 KZL or like
102.1 Jams.
No, I didn't listen to 102 Jams.
101.1?
No,
Classic.
103 Kiss FM.
Kiss
I used to
FM.
listen to that. That's like more like the poppy radio. I was into mainstream pop for a while, you know, but that's what I listened to.
we've all reformed.
Just the buzz.
Yeah, the buzz.
Wow.
And then what was it? 105.7 became the man. Or,
I thought it was the Jam.
no, it became some weird play off of man, like Man Up or some shit. It was so weird. It was,
Yeah.
but it switched to that when it was the point where it's like that's a weird thing to name a brand.
Well, yeah, no, 105.7 switched to 103.
yeah, they moved around.
like
Yeah.
because 107.5 and 105.7 were getting mixed up so much because they were both pop radio stations that 105.7
Is that
was-
actually
switched
why
to
they did that?
103.
I didn't know
Yeah,
why.
that's
I just
why.
knew that if one would play an ad, then I would just switch to the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
I
if
know.
they were so close.
Or if I'm like, oh, this song sucks, and then I switch to the other pop radio station, they're playing the
Yeah.
exact same
Yeah.
song. I'd be like, no.
And then you go
It's
to-
just like 30 seconds behind.
Or even, oh, I know. Like when Imagine Dragons was getting hot.
Radioactive.
Oh my gosh, I could not listen to like Believer and all.
Oh, like the
those,
newer
like,
Imagine
on that
Dragons?
album. I hated that so much. When I had to be home and listen to the radio, I'd change it. It'd be playing Believer. I'd change it. It'd be playing Believer. I'm like, please no.
Bro, it goes hard.
I try to.
Make me
You
a
gotta get on 106.5,
make me a
man.
believer. Yeah, or 92.3.
92.7.
You like switch to like
98.7,
the
Simon?
gospel channel and it's still playing Believer.
Caleb is still playing believer, and because
Oh my
they
God.
I was
think
talking
it-
about
they think it means a
Those
different
those ones
believer.
that they actually preach.
Oh, like the that's like AM radio shit.
Yeah. No, it's like WBF. No,
Do
wait,
they do
don't-
like
they don't-
sermons
they
on
don't- they don't
FM radio?
preach.
Yeah, they do. Because I remember
I
driving to
don't
Raleigh
know.
and it was like, I don't know, like 11. And I would be switching channels and then it would just be like this one. And it's like legit, like
Just
whole
a sermon?
sermons.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
That's
I would just
hilarious.
associate that with like I don't know. It's like the 700 Club. I feel like those people still listen to AM radio.
Is that like probably
Yeah.
700 years old?
Yeah, like
Yeah, what is the
Methuselah.
700 Club?
It's like the televangelism channel, the 700 Club. It's all the
Yeah.
weird, old, like very weird side of fanaticism.
I got you.
No, I feel that.
But I guess so.
Going back to the album,
Jordan. Then not
being off
hearing
topic.
it, like his prior exposure. How did you feel about this album?
It was okay. I'm less of a rock fan than maybe like some of the other like rock's not a genre that like I love. I think I have some songs I just like just from like my childhood or something, but like I like the more. I'm trying to think of. I can't think of the albums right off the top of my head, but I've like some of the ones that Nick and you have chosen because
They're men.
they're a little more.
See how it is.
Jordan's been exposed.
No.
It's a Listen Up podcast exclusive.
No. Like Nick, what was the one I really liked from you?
Satire.
Was it Leon Bridges that I really liked?
Witness?
Mikey picked that, but
Oh wait, no, I
Which
picked
one
you
him.
didn't really like Witness, did you?
Which is the one that you picked, Nick? That I liked.
You
Or
liked
was
the
it?
Bahamas one pretty good, didn't you?
I think so. There was
can
one
pull
where I
up the
didn't
spreadsheet and see
expect it.
numerically.
Anyways, there's like
Data.
this one was a little bit. I don't know. It's too general rocky for me, so I didn't enjoy like a ton. But
It is very rocky.
I know I still haven't really gotten into like rock is honestly a genre that I haven't explored like at all. Like I know maybe the most popular songs from like each band, but people like Led Zeppelin or like AC/DC, like Guns N' Roses, never have listened to any of them except maybe their most popular songs, just because I'm not a huge fan of rock at all. But
yeah, Jordan, it was you liked the Alabama Shakes a decent amount. You gave it a 5.5.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
The other one you gave White Bronco 7, and Bahamas was 6.5 for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why the Shakes is the highest one at 8.5.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, so I didn't like, love it, but it was a rock album.
Yeah. I mean, that's even more so than their other a lot of their other discography. This is just a straight up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, because this is, I don't know, they always border on split genres on their albums, it feels like to me.
Yeah.
But this one is the most true, definitively one album. You could barely call it indie rock, but if you call it indie rock, you're someone who just says, everything that's not super popular is indie rock, but this is just straight up.
Yeah.
Like a modern rock and roll album.
Yeah, I can see that.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I like it. It's a good one. I knew half the songs on it, and I just never got around to listening to the entire album, but it was good. It didn't really transform for me. I felt about it listening to it how I expected to. So
you hadn't listened to the rest of the songs until this week, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
I knew for the longest time. I just knew. Do I Want to Know? Are You Mine? Arabella. Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High? And Snap Out of It. I Want It All.
I figured you would have heard more because of being in the car with me.
Oh, and see, I probably had. I just didn't. I don't. At least as far as I know, I don't think I ever actively sat down and was like, "All right, I'm gonna listen to the rest of the songs." I don't know why.
I got you.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig the album. So I guess then we can start getting into some little details, some little specifics.
Pacific?
No. Yeah, I really one of my favorite things about it. One, I just really like the weird specific words that Alex, it's Turner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That he just uses whenever writing songs. It's not specific to this album. It's in a lot of their discography. But I mean stuff like Relegated Space, Drinks on My SETI. Very few people, at least here, know what a SETI is. Stone Cold Rigmarole. A SETI is it's a type of ottoman, right? Basically. I think it's a fancier ottoman.
I know.
I only know it because of knowing the song in high school. My dad was like, "Did he just say SETI?" Because it's a British thing saying it's typically a British descriptor, but also old Southern people.
Oh, honey, can you go get my
there's just
the SETI over there? Oh,
weird specific words that I enjoy.
Can you go get the extra long dick? Oh, I mean, pizza cutter over there. Thank you.
Wait, I have no words. I don't know.
In I Want to Be Yours, he says Lecky meter.
Let me be your Lecky meter, and I'll never run out. Let me be the portable heater.
Talking about
instead of electric meter. Dude, that song's so weird.
Yeah, I had no idea what he said. A couple of places on the album, I had no idea what he said until I read through the lyrics this time. I had heard all the songs.
Sometimes, his accent is very
his accent
cloudy.
combined with British slang and like oddly specific wording, like you talked about. It's like the perfect combination to be like, yeah, this I can see this for a moody indie group.
Like the start of "Are You Mine"? Every time I would sing it, up until literally like 4 or 5 days ago, I would just make sounds at the beginning because I didn't know what he said.
Yeah.
I'm a puppet on a string, Tracy Island, time traveling diamond, could have shaped heartaches, come to find you for in some
I knew after the first line, and then Vic said, "No, it's puppet on a string." I was like, "What?" And it is.
He's like,
I'm
there's
a puppet
no
on
way.
a string.
He's like, there's no way that is what he's saying. I'm like, no. I looked it up when I first heard the song because I was like, that's not even a word.
Right. Because that's the stuff.
Wait, so Jamie, what
I just would make sounds. I never attempted.
It's like kind of like a dog growling noise.
I just go, I'm a puppet on a string. Yeah, because he does that. He'll sing with like cross rhythms and just different vocal lines, or sometimes he'll go along with the music. But because of that, he like butchers whatever sentence he's saying to make it fit rhythmically, and sometimes it's just so in the weeds.
But
like slam words into a space that is like half the length that they normally are and stuff like that.
I feel like he was
puppet.
like that.
That's like offbeat, right?
I feel like he was like that though at the concert when he was just talking.
Yeah.
You couldn't understand him.
Bro, his accent was so... I mean, maybe if we were closer, but we were all the way... So at Red Hat, there's like the
back in the yard.
The lawn seats, which is all the way at the back. It's like the back bowl of the amphitheater area. So we were so far from being able to clearly hear them. So maybe up closer, it would have been easier to hear him enunciate. But for us, like... between songs where he would just be shooting the shit with the crowd, it was so unintelligible. Yeah.
You could hear the music fine. It was when he was talking. You couldn't hear the words he was enunciating.
I've never really like watched any interviews or stuff with him, so I don't really know if he always sounds like that or not, but at least live while he was talking, couldn't understand it. Word he was saying.
All you could hear was like Raleigh. It was just like Raleigh.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
he said Raleigh.
He said Raleigh. He said our city.
We're we were talking about last week. For some reason, no matter if you live there or not, if he says the city you're in, everyone loses their shit. But there's just
it's
so
a concert rule.
It is. I mean, you have to cheer and clap.
Yeah.
There's
Someone told me a story about Kings of Leon saying the name of the wrong city that they were in at a show back when they were having more trouble like touring with their band chemistry and just general like lifestyles, and that didn't go over very well with the crowd.
That's funny though. It's really funny.
They didn't just cheer anyway. They said like Melbourne, and they were just like, "Woo!"
Be funny. Just name a random
we're in
city.
Texas.
That's not even the right country.
But I guess back on this album, there's so many just killer riffs. Like, true. I mean, opening up with riffs. Like, "Do I Want to Know?" And then "Are You Mine?"
Diamond could have shaped heartaches to come to find you for in some velvet morning. Years too late. She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, 'cause here isn't where I wanna be. And sad is...
"Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High?"
the mirror's image.
Snap out of it.
I wanna grab the shoulders and shake, baby. Snap out of it. I get the feeling I left.
Knee socks. Those are all just. Like earworm riffs to hear, and then just sit there and go like, oh, because it stays the same. They're minor variations, but they're so good, and there's a lot of good movement, but it's not too crazy, so it can kind of stay below the surface. But they're just so good, so simple and dirty. I love them. I love the riffs on this one. Yeah, bro, they get a little stanky. Especially Are You Mine.
Yeah.
That one might be my favorite riff on the album.
I think Arabella might be my favorite instrumentation on the album.
It's excellent, yeah.
Like there's different parts of it where instruments drop out and it gets more sparse.
So from reality, she takes a dip in my daydream. My days end best when the sunset gets itself behind that little lady sitting on the passenger side. It's much less picturesque without her catching the light. The horizon tries, but it's just not as kind on the eye.
And then when it comes in with more instrumentation, it just feels more intense because of that. You can say the same thing for the bridge in Are You Mine.
And the thrill of the chase moves in mysterious ways. So in case I'm mistaken, I just wanna hear you say you got me, baby, are you mine? She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, 'cause here isn't where I wanna be. And satisfaction.
Whenever like they do the stereo thing and like just part of it comes out your right ear and then the left ear and then it all comes back in together.
I love that one. Dude, I think Arabella has my favorite solo. On the whole album.
Wait, sorry, you said that's your favorite?
My favorite solo for sure. It's also one of my favorite songs. My top three are probably. I think Are You Mine's my favorite, and then close behind that are Do I Want to Know, Arabella, and then Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High.
I really like Mad Sounds a lot.
Really?
It seems like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's the mood I've been feeling this week or not.
That's crazy.
I really.
Very sad.
Of those wild nights, run but you cannot hide. Mad sounds in your ears, they make you get up and dance, they make you get up all night long. They reappear and make you get up and dance. Yeah, they make you get up.
No, it doesn't. It seemed like it reminded me a little bit of the outro on that ASAP song, Nick, where it's like it's like the Trudy treats somehow. It's the ASAP Forever one. It's the one we listened to on the way to 220.
Yeah. I know you're talking. I was trying to think of the end of the song, but yeah, I know.
They like do the beat switch, and this one just feels like I'm floating on clouds.
That's crazy. This is like my least favorite track on the album. I really don't like it.
Well, okay, it's probably. Would you say you also don't like it because it's the furthest from like the sound of the entire?
That might be it, but I just
think it's slow. It's just really slow, and it's like. Songs about making you want to get up and dance while it's being the slowest song and the least get up and dance song, and it's like get up and dance.
It is very ironic. Yeah,
there's such a weird paradox in my mind where I like fast music.
I know that's
on music that
that's
I
the
don't
crazy
like.
thing.
I like
that's
the opposite type.
I was
of
like,
music.
man, this is probably Jordan's like least favorite for sure. That's funny. Yeah, no, it might be the fact that it's so not. Rock like the other songs are. Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I historically like that kind of music, but I don't know, just anytime I've been listening to the album I kind of go, you know what, I kind of want to skip this one.
Dang,
that's funny though.
I've always liked the little 3-song run that they have there with Number One, Party Anthem, Mad Sounds, and Fireside. I feel like they're some of the more like calm songs on the album. Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High still pretty calm too. And
that's weird. That's like where my like of the album kind of dips.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still like it. Like Number One, Party Anthem. I love the piano in it. I love the first especially the first 5 or 10 seconds.
1, 2. So you're on the prowl, wondering whether she left already or not. Leather jacket, collar pop like antenna, never knowing when to stop.
That one, I wrote, it feels like you're hearing a sad singer who's by themselves in like a bar or piano lounge. Could like score a real like a sad movie scene with it. I don't know. I like it though. I like the sound of that song.
I didn't like. I remember not liking Fireside a whole lot until I saw them play it in concert, and I was like, "Why did I never listen to this song when I used to listen to the album?" Because I liked it a lot whenever they played it.
That happens. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I get that. Yeah, I don't know if I liked Fireside that much.
I like the solo in it. It's like a chill guitar solo. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I don't hate the song, but I also don't love it. It's just kind of there for me.
It sounds like they kind of have.
I did really like
the high, like one of the high strings of the guitar ring out or something on the riff. It sounds really signature. I don't know. Like it's a certain style of guitar that I don't really know how to describe into a genre. Yeah. It's acoustic for sure, but I don't know enough music vocabulary to accurately describe it. But
I can't really. It's just in my head. I can't place it right now.
But I just like the acoustic guitar riff of the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Jordan?
One that I thought was really like upbeat and dancey, like Vic was saying, that I liked was "Snap Out of It."
Mm-hmm.
That one's pretty upbeat and like. That one was more of like the one where I kind of wanted to dance. I don't know. It's still hard for me to like imagine myself dancing to some of these songs. Like it's just like it's like rock, you know. I feel like that's like you got a beer in your hand, you're kind of just bobbing your head, like that's what you do.
That's my version of like, does this song make me want to dance? Am I in the car and I feel the need to move right now?
You start to do the finger drums on the steering wheel a little bit.
Yeah.
The dads start doing the air guitars.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you start grooving.
As far as just being upbeat, I really like.
I really dig the in the chorus of "Snap Out of It," where he does the like snap and then the guitar strike, and then out of it. I really like that. Every time I hear it, I just go, "Ah, that's really cool."
Waiting ever so patiently for you to snap out of me. Under a spell, you're hypnotized. How could you be so blind? Snap out. Under a spell, you're hypnotized.
Snap out. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I do like that part too.
I like that part right after it where it's like, under a spell. It's like he drops his voice and it's like he's singing in italics.
Yeah, a little bit.
Singing in italics. I love that.
Yeah, that's kind of the part in Knee Socks where I didn't write down. I forgot that I was going to look up exactly what it said, but it's the part where it's like him and a few other voices are kind of like whispering almost.
Oh, no, you're talking about where it's like, you and me could have been a team.
Yeah.
Sweet spot by the screw for you, Lisa. You and me could have been a team, each had a half of a king and queen seat. Like the beginning of Main Street, you could be my baby. You and me could have been a team, each had a half of a king and queen seat. Like the beginning of Main Street, you could be my baby. You and me could have been a team, each had a half of a king and queen seat. Like the beginning of Main Street, you could be my baby. You and me could have been a team, each had a half of a king and queen seat. Like the beginning of Main Street, you could be my baby. When you see those
You and me could have been a team, each had a half of a king and queen seat. Like the beginning of Mean Streets, you could be my baby. I really like that. From the first time I listened through this album, and I heard that song, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I kind of looked forward to it throughout the entire song up until that point, every time I hear it.
Is that one of the songs that you haven't heard before listening through?
Yeah, it was one of the ones that I knew the title of it because Tumblr girls who liked Arctic Monkeys would always, like, their aesthetic would always be, like, the album and then Knee Socks, like how it shows up on, like, a Spotify music player.
It's always those, like, cat knee socks.
Yeah, exactly. Cat Knee Socks and Converse. That's, like, such an Arctic Monkeys fan wardrobe. Specifically of this time period. Not exactly, like, Tranquility Base.
If that's the Arctic Monkeys fan, then I need to start
It was like
talking to
2015 Arctic Monkeys, kind of.
Yeah.
You missed it. Sorry.
It's okay. You
I
still
know.
have the e-girls. But yeah, so it was one of the ones that I knew the title of, but literally nothing about the song. And then I heard it and I was like, oh, that's neat.
It sounds so... I think the song sounds so creepy. I like it.
Yeah, it's like mysterious and groovy, but a little creepy.
Yeah.
I feel like that explains the whole, like, band and this album. Is, like, mysterious and, like, a little creepy.
That's true. That's true.
Interesting.
But overall, a good time.
Got creepy bands.
They got their origins playing in, like, abandoned factories.
Well, they don't sound like... It's the sound of his voice that makes it sound, like, mysterious.
Yeah, it's
like, he's always asking a question, but he already knows the answer to it.
Oh, he's always trapping you?
He's like, so what are we having for dinner tonight?
And he's like,
I've
chicken,
already made the
because
potatoes.
I already made it.
Got him.
I was just asking.
I think it's fitting that, did you see that Joshua Homme, the singer for Queens of the Stone Age, he does background vocals at the end of that song?
Oh, really?
Nick,
Yeah, he does the
the
background vocals, yeah.
In Knee Socks?
Yeah,
Oh,
at the end
crazy.
of
I
it.
didn't know that.
Sorry, wait. I was too busy making fun of you. I didn't even hear what you said, honestly. All I heard was background vocals. Who does the background vocals?
Joshua Homme, yeah.
Queens
He's
of
the
Stone
singer
Age.
for an alt-rock band, Queens of the Stone Age.
Who, if you listen to their music, it's also, like, mysterious and creepy. And kind of okay. I know Nick likes them a lot, but I'm not huge.
Theirs is a little more on, like, the, like, devilish, demonic side.
Yeah.
Like, I feel...
Oh, really?
I feel like the Arctic Monkeys are.
I wouldn't have pegged you.
Wait, what?
I wouldn't have pegged you as that kind of person. Sorry,
I'm not gonna make a joke. Never mind. It's a PG-13.
Yeah, the Arctic Monkeys are like they're like
no,
Satanism
first,
light.
Yeah, never mind. I'll talk to
That's
you.
for the cookout trip.
That's not what I meant. They're like. I didn't realize how many of the songs on this album are about like relationships or like just him trying to like talk to like girls at bars and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of had that same realization where I was like, huh, this is another very like relationship heavy themes throughout it. Where that's not what I think of, thinking about this album. But it was definitely looking at more of the song matter. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but that compared to at least like the two newest Queens of the Stone Age albums, I haven't listened to them in a while, but they like their music's just creepy on a different level, but I still like it.
Yeah.
A lot of the imagery has like devil horns, and they have a song called "If I Had a Tail." That's like implies demons.
Tail people. Talking about high school, bro?
not those kind of tails.
Not furries. More of like a reptilian tail, I think.
No, I remember. Sorry, I don't know why everything relates to everything, but I forgot that like going to high school, there was like these tail people that would like wear tails to school, and I was like, what
like the raccoon tails?
What is high school?
Yeah, like the fluffy.
Bro,
I kind of want to know now.
Hopefully they were just clip-ons.
Some of them were like the key ring things, and you pop them like on your jean like pant loops.
Oh,
I do now that we're like removed from high school and no one feels like you're making fun of anyone or anything. I genuinely want to know like what that was about.
I think it was about individuality,
maybe
sticking out from
my tail is
like
blue.
It was like the artistic kids too. It was like the
one?
theater kids. It was a lot.
Oh. Yeah, they had like rainbow tails.
It wasn't the crowds I ran in, so I never heard the motivation. But I would be interested to know.
Yeah, it wasn't the crowds I ran in.
Yeah, it wasn't the. It
was
wasn't
like
baseball
honestly
players.
the alt. No, not a lot.
Yeah, I was more of a Hell's Angels guy, but I've retired.
I don't get that joke.
The like
I'm not
biker
cultured
gang?
enough to get that joke.
The Hells Angels are
Hell's
very
Angels
famous
are like
biker
bikers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, Nick, listening to demonic music is a good old C-word boy. I just didn't.
Crunchy.
No, I'm just
C-word
kidding.
boy.
Can we edit that out?
What?
Edit it.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, why didn't you just say Christian?
Dude, I was making a joke, okay? I was making a joke.
I thought you were going with something worse than that.
No, I would just call Nick a... Anyways, yeah, I don't want to...
It kind of made a pop noise like it was actually being censored.
But, yeah. It's interesting that you like that music. Just like it's interesting that I sometimes think that I like music about, like, killing people and getting money and, gangbanging and stuff, even though I sit in my house and play video games all day.
Sure.
I'm like, where's the like relevance? Like, why do I like it? Like, you can like it just because it sounds good, and that's probably what it mostly is. But I'm like, where's the relatability in my life?
Like
I get that.
those
That's
memes.
like me listening to. Well, go ahead, Vic.
Oh, I was saying that's like those memes, like with the SpongeBob, and it's like you on the way to get Dunkin' Donuts, listening to like songs about drugs and money.
Yeah.
Or me on my way to my 9 to 5, listening about someone getting murdered.
It's like me listening to Rage Against the Machine or Run the Jewels, like talking about like political revolutions, and I'm just getting my STEM degree, going to my like 9 to 5 career.
A slave to the industrial machine we are.
Oh, we're about to be
What's that
cops,
say?
bro.
We've been indoctrinated.
I'm ready, babe.
Nick, were you going to say something before that too?
No, I that's what I was going to say when Vic and I started talking this whole time.
Nice.
Sorry.
That was really funny.
Yeah, I really like the bridge section in Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High?
And I can see you here, wonder where am I? It sort of feels like I'm running out of time. I haven't found what I was hoping to find. You said you gotta be up in the morning, gonna have an early night, and you're starting to bore me, baby. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
The part where it ends with you started to ball me, baby. Why'd you only call me when you're high? And then it goes into the solo. I really like the rhythm of that whole. I don't know. It always feels just really cool to me.
That's the first song I heard by the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, you were saying that.
But it was the Miley Cyrus cover of it, and it popped up on my feed, and she sings it with so much more anger in her voice, and so it's like, I like that part of it, but I still, I don't know, like, both versions are kind of tied for me, but then I saw there was a cover of the Arctic Monkeys, and I was like, this song is really good. I gotta go listen to the rest of their stuff. And then here we are now, doing a podcast about the album, like 5 years later.
Yeah, that was one of their, I thought it was one of their, like, I thought that was a deep cut of theirs that I liked. Because I never heard anyone talk about it. But it's like their second or third most popular song on this album. Yeah, I feel like this one gets so little press for how, like, wildly popular it is.
Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High?
Yeah.
It's really popular on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
That, and then there's another one off of this exact album.
Really?
It's one of the first, like, 3 or 4 off the album. Yeah, they just, like, slowed it down.
I think I might have heard Arabella on TikTok the other day.
I think it's Arabella that they took and then slowed down a lot. It's either that or Do I Want to Know? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's one of those where it goes...
That'd be Do I Want to Know.
Oh, that's Do I Want to Know,
yeah.
That's the one that's popular.
I just remember that.
On TikTok also.
Gotcha. I remember that song being just ginormous when it came out.
Yeah, that song, that was definitely
every time I put on 106.5.
Every radio station. I think there were some ads that was in it. Any store you went in.
It's really good.
It's an awesome song. It's a titan of a song.
It makes you feel cool. Mm-hmm. Like, you have this in your headphones, and you're, like, walking down the street, and you're
makes
like...
you feel like you're wearing a leather jacket, and you've got a lit cigarette in your mouth. Yeah, for sure.
See, I don't know how I missed
like a
such
cool greaser.
Cultural revolutions of songs. Like, it just never
hit me. It is crazy to me that you don't remember hearing that song, because it was literally like, it was like radioactive.
Oh no, I heard. It was not. There's no
I would say
way.
I would say it was like close. It wasn't as huge as radioactive.
But were they playing it on like mainstream, like pop, like radio
I think
stations?
so.
Really?
I could. I mean,
it was like everywhere. It was one of the few like modern songs that reached over into Simon, which is normally they say everything, but it's like 80s.
Simon,
but
we play everything.
Yeah, but no, it was
98 Simon.
Like every like vaguely rock radio station was playing it. It was in every store you went into if they play music. Like it was ginormous. I'm genuinely shocked that you didn't at least kind of recall hearing it.
You and Nick have both used the word ginormous now. Now I have to use it.
I was gonna say me too.
By the end of the podcast,
Jamie. Your personality is ginormous.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was amazing.
It's compensatory.
Well, I guess also, if this was released in 2013, I didn't really start driving until like my sophomore.
Yeah, I've been driving since 2007.
Weren't you like 9 years old at that time?
Yeah.
2007. Why?
You started young in Yadkin County.
Oh, that's when the Cars movie came out, and then you wanted to... Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Is it? When did Cars... If it actually came out in 2007, that's going to be...
If it actually came out in 2007, I'll be mind blown. When did it come out?
Oh, 2006.
Give her a quick...
Dang it.
Close. Toy Story came out in 1995.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Planes came out in...
Hey, whoa, stop. We can't go down this rabbit hole.
I didn't know Toy Story came out before I was born.
Yeah,
That's
I knew.
crazy.
I thought it came out like 99, but now it's 2005. I think Monsters Inc. came out in 1999. Though.
Imagine being born.
That was a good movie.
Monsters Inc.
Those videos
is high quality.
They have the benefit of being animated.
It's top 3
so...
Pixar for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, Monsters Inc. is 2001.
Gotcha.
But those just visually hold up so well.
They do.
Because it's
Yeah.
all 3D animation.
Yes.
And it's good animation.
It's good Annie.
So, yeah.
Mission.
Just crazy. Do I have anything else written down? Oh, just like I Want to Be Yours is so weird. Like, what a weird lyrical method to
Right?
convey that
Just to, like,
message.
Just
I want to be the
off
vacuum
possessions of
cleaner
something.
that sucks up your dust,
Right? Let me be an old car.
and I'll never rust.
But I didn't know that that's what it was saying until a couple hours ago when
we
Jamie
looked
looked
it
up the
while we were
lyrics.
listening to it.
And he was like, that's like an old Ford, right? And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, it's a really old Ford that
No,
is
I didn't
like
know that. I was just reading it. I googled it.
super like rusty now.
Yeah, Ford.
But he says
Ford Cortina
in the
or
song,
whatever.
I want to be a Ford Cortina,
Something
but
like
like
that.
I will never
Cortina, I
rust.
think,
But I'll never.
Yeah, because apparently they were known for being. I think it was like the UK's equivalent of the Pinto. So it was like shitty and would rust a lot. Yeah, and that's why we
I
haven't
don't know
really
what
heard
the
about them.
Pinto
Because
is.
the Ford Pinto, they'd like, if you hit them wrong in a wreck, they'd like explode.
Oh, I think I did
They
hear
were-
about that.
Yeah, they were really cheap and shitty.
They're like, yo, look, the gas tank's on the back. It's like
Yeah, it
someone
was-
rear ends you. It's like,
Yeah, it was something like that. Instead of being like undermounted, they were on the back. Yeah.
yes. There's been some bad car designs before. Not a lot.
We didn't live through that though.
thankfully,
When was the Pinto? The Pinto's heyday was like what, the 80s?
but Pinto.
I just always know of it as like a car before. Yeah, sold from 1971 to 1980. Yeah, I just know that they were like the cheap.
9 years they were sold
shitty
for?
ones. Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
Maybe not all of them blew up.
I was gonna say, I imagine they probably
I was
improved
about to
the design whenever
say,
that happened.
bruh.
Right.
9
But that's the kind of
years.
thing that once it happens a little bit, that's like the Galaxy. Was it the S5 or the S6?
I think it was the S7, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I swear it was the
But
S7. I feel like.
Yeah, but it was like now there's still the recurring joke of whenever someone says they got a Galaxy Note, they're like, "Oh, is it gonna blow up?"
It was the Galaxy Note 7.
Is it
Dab
the
on him. I knew my tech back then, and I still know
I was gonna say
it.
you better. Of all the people on here,
Happy
like
birthday to the goat.
I'm also a tech guy, but you better get that right.
I've mastered the art of the craft. Anyways.
What else was I gonna say?
Yeah,
Oh,
got any more notes?
I really like the pre-solo section in Arabella. It feels so good how the energy just builds and builds and builds and builds, and then there's a solo. All about it.
And what?
Arabella,
Antebellum.
lady,
Pre-war? Question mark?
Lady
Was
A.
Antebellum
Actually, sorry, they
pre-war or
rebranded.
post-war?
Antebellum
I thought it
was
was-
post-war.
Oh.
No. Antebellum might be
First-
pre-war.
Oh.
Reconstruction is post-war.
Oh?
Oh,
Oh.
bro,
Oh?
look at what that 5 on A push is doing for me. Huh?
Look what that taking American History 1 and American History 2 is doing for me.
My notes say that I wish my soul sounded like Arabella. Like when,
Yeah.
like
Her
it
soul
says
sounds
what?
good.
Take a sip of like. She's like taking a sip of like Coke or
Mm-hmm.
something, and it says makes you wish that you were the bottle. Takes a sip of your soul, and it sounds like, and then it's the guitar solo. And my car actually does play that guitar solo.
Yeah.
It doesn't play, what is it? Are You Mine?
Are You Mine? It cuts
It
out
just
half of the solo.
Cuts out the whole guitar solo, so you have to like,
Really?
yeah, you have to
It's-
sing that part of the guitar solo, and then it does the little drum part in the middle, and then it goes back to the rest
Wait.
of the guitar solo.
Wait, your car cuts it out?
Yeah. But since she got the Volkswagen, the beginning What at the beginning? What? No, but if you listen to songs, just there's a certain way that some songs are mixed to where specific sections. That's not even like just the like treble or bass, or it's nothing. I can't find any pattern, rhyme, or reason to it.
It also cuts out when most songs do the back and forth in like your head. It'll just cut that completely out.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it'll
what?
play one and not the other. So
it'll do like just one side of the car.
Right.
It'll do that audio, but then it won't add in like the.
So it's almost like it's
back and
playing
forth part.
in mono, but it's still receiving stereo mixes.
That's really.
But if you listen to "Are You Mine" in headphones, it's not hard panned one way or the other at that section. It's so weird because you don't hear it in like the left ear and not the right ear if you have headphones in, but in her car, and it's not like it's faint;
don't you?
It's fully cut off.
It's
that's
really
really. I've never
strong,
seen
like,
a car
left and right in the bridge.
That solo?
Yeah, because then the drums go like on one side or whatever that
It's like
is in the
it's
middle.
like no.
Oh,
And then it goes.
It's the guitar and then the bass.
I probably just have it turned up so loud that I don't notice that.
Same.
Okay, well then, yeah.
Because I was curious. I was curious when we saw them live how they were going to do that, and I think I could still like notice it when they did it at the concert, and I was surprised.
Huh. So then, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
her car just plays in mono, but there's no setting for that.
That's really
just
sad.
You should listen to like some Beatles songs off of their Revolver album, because that one they like screw with stereo so much.
It is. It's a lot, but
it would sound like half a song.
they also, I mean, stuff like "Since I've Been Loving You's" not fun to listen to it because so much of that song is like solos. And it does it with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but it's a so "Are You Mine"? You have to, the first 10 seconds of that, you have to do it with your mouth.
You have to sing.
But then it's
that
like you're
part.
testing yourself to know how well you know the song. The
What
rhythm.
is it? How do you guys? If it's the first 10 seconds, how do you guys know the song's even like queued up?
No, it's in the middle.
Oh.
Of just the solo, yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. Interesting.
So it's
I've
like-
never heard of a car do that before.
Everyone else is in the
it's
car
like
and they're
stuck
like,
in mono.
what's this like pause for? I'm like, you can't hear it, but like
wait
my
for it,
mind
wait for
can
it.
hear it. It's definitely the guitar solo. I'm very sorry.
Because you hear the
Apologize.
ba-ba-ba-ba, do-do-do-do-do-do. She's a silver lining, around your eye. Somebody open space. Dude,
I forgot
that song
to-
is so good.
Add in like a
It was
point when you're
wrong.
talking about the three sad like songs
Mhm.
in that like little section of the album for like a number one party anthem. I don't remember liking that song because it was like the first like 10 seconds of the song. I was like, oh, that's just
Where it's
not
just
a
the
vibe
slow
today.
piano.
I have to change that song. But then- Now that I've had to listen through it, I'm like, oh wow, why do I always skip this song?
I like it once
It's
I get
good
past the beginning.
past the first 30 seconds.
It happens. I have that with there's one song that I always feel compelled to skip when it starts, but then
this
after
album?
like 30 seconds, I like it. No, not on this album.
Oh.
But it's like a really, I can't think of what it is, but it's a song that is beloved by people.
It's I Want to Be Loved by You, right?
Oh, it's probably Sweet Caroline, right?
I just always skip that song because I don't like it.
Oh, it's probably Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh yeah, that's a small song. You probably don't know that one.
Oh,
Though.
it's probably
pretty
the
niche.
Country Road song, right?
It's
Let's just-
like it's not any of those. It's a song that it's the same kind of thing where the intro is just so not what the rest of it is, and I just
There's a Young the Giant song that starts off like that.
Yeah, that's
It's
you have that with
Titus,
Yeah, you don't like that one either. You
and
don't
that one's like the first minute of the song. You have to
Oof.
like
Yeah.
push through.
And see, I enjoy that first minute of the album.
But then
Did you say Maya Citus?
what?
Titus
Titus.
was born or
Titus.
something like that.
Yeah, it's like Titus's boy.
Oh yeah.
But after that 1 minute, it's really good.
Yeah, see, and I
But
like
a
it more.
minute is a lot to like suffer
It is.
through if
It's
you
It's a lot
don't
more
like
than
it.
just dude and a little piano.
It's like a rainforest kind of like a muted rainforest
Yeah,
sound
it's cool.
for the first minute, and it's like very slow,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, now Titus is this big tree, and the song is good.
I like it. I like the Rainforest. Yeah, I don't have any other notes. Does anyone else have any final?
You're choking him.
What?
The cord, the little frog on the cord.
Oh yeah. Okay,
He's
yeah.
being
Our cameras are
impaled.
on, and Vic was showing the it was like the little animals that you put on chargers that kind of.
I have 2. This is
Yeah,
a
that one's
frog.
got them on both.
I have like
And then this
11.
one's-
My mom gave us
Aw.
both some as like stocking stuffers. And we
Cute.
only
But yeah,
have,
I think
Two
that's
cords.
done for me too.
Yes. Nick, you have anything else before we start to get into the ratings?
Nicholas, homie's gonna go.
I don't think so.
I have one more note, but it was
what-
just on the
Tell me.
shoe ops, like the shoe up.
Which ones? Because there's 2.
2 sets, but I have it written down for I Want It All.
Yeah. Those are definitely the more. What's the other
That's
ones?
the
Is the other
first
ones in
one.
Fireside?
I think so. That's the first one on the album, and if you've never heard that song before, the shoe ups are just like, what?
Shoe up, shoe up, shoe up.
I do
But then
like,
in the second song,
was-
you're like, oh, now I'm used to it. You're
Right.
good.
But it's
I was like the end of Mad Sounds, the ooh la la la, that portion.
I like that part.
Thought it,
They add a lot of
I thought it was-
what are the sounds called?
I don't know.
There's
like
a word
just-
for them.
like just sound effects. It's not
Kind of.
onomatopoeia, is it?
no,
No,
they're
that's like pow.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe that's what I thought it was. But yeah, they're just like, instead of playing the sound, they're saying the sound.
Synagogy.
Oh, synecdoche? I'm pretty sure it's synecdoche.
Yes.
I don't think it's synadoche.
It
is.
is pronounced synecdoche, but I don't
Yeah.
know what a synecdoche is.
Dude, I had to memorize so many literary terms in high school.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all did, but I went like ape on that. Like I wanted to be the I had to capitalize on my vocab test because I was so bad at writing. So I had to like make up in vocab tests, which were really hard for what I didn't do in like writing essays. So I like studied the hell out of vocab junior. and
I've
senior.
always had a knack for bullshitting my way through essays.
Yeah, I could never.
How do you
it.
spell it?
It's some Greek shit.
SYN
synecdoche.
ECHODE, I think. Wait. Never mind.
Did you spell Synagogy?
SYNECN. It's
I don't know.
Synec, and then
DOCHE.
I think it's DOCE. Is it DOCHE?
Yes, I accidentally said CHOD.
Yeah,
Synagogy. Man, we're really appealing to the
I mixed up
ELA teacher audience that we have. You know,
I mixed up the letters in my mind. Oh gosh.
that's fine.
Synec-
So then I guess we can go ahead and get into the ratings then, if you guys would be so
Yes.
Yes, sir.
willing, able, and wanting.
Maybe we're. Yeah, never mind. I think you're wrong about the synecdoche. But anyways,
Oh, that was a joke. I just wanted to say it because
I totally thought you were being serious.
Nah,
never
not at all.
mind. Okay.
Personification.
Synesthesia.
So, synesthesia?
Synesthesia.
My dad's a synesthesiac.
Oh.
I don't know what the name of a person who has that. I think but he has it like borderline. Yeah. Okay, so Vic, you can start us off. What is your out of 10 rating for this album?
I was gonna give it a solid 9.
9 out of 10.
Whoa,
Okay.
9.
Bold.
Coming out strong.
Yeah.
Straight out the gate here.
I guess Nick or Jordan, whoever wants to go next.
I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Nick, what are you feeling?
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Respectable. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I got you.
That brings our complete average to...
Everyone turn jammers. What did I...
6.88.
But
You said
6.88.
Jam.
I did say Jamra.
You said Jam.
And that actually...
My brain just
Okay,
refuses
that puts
words.
it slightly above Turn Blue and Mechanical Bull and slightly below Igor. Somewhere around the
What?
middle.
What did Jordan say his was?
Above Mechanical Bull?
What was Jordan's rating?
Yeah.
4.
Oh.
Should have given it like a 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should have. I was thinking
Wait.
about it, but then Vic, I just want to be nicey, so I gave it a 4. Right?
It's kind of... I understand.
I feel like Jordan has the most subjective ratings.
What do you mean? Wait, is subjective personal or?
Yeah, like
The-
personal. Like objective is...
Well, that's what I just did. I like the album.
Well,
And because I picked it, it's a 9.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like, Jordan lets, like, the circumstances of the album do it more, you know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense
Yeah.
too. I'm not.
I feel like I
biased
give
at
pretty
all.
generous ratings. Like, I can't remember the last time I rated something less than a 5.
Oh, let me.
It was
Yeah,
probably
I
Blueface or something.
yeah. Let me tell you, it was Blueface and Pop Smoke, both of them.
It was, yeah. The last time Nick gave Blueface a 3 and Pop Smoke a 4, and those are the
Yep.
only ones below 5.
Yep, I know. Freak you,
Yeah.
Nick. I hate you. Oh, I was just kidding.
Yeah,
think
I feel like...
I gave
Oh.
Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon a 5?
Yeah, you give it a 5 flat.
Gotcha.
Congratulations. I'm just kidding.
That's good on a 1 out of 5.
Yeah,
For
1
sure.
out of 5. That's 100%.
True.
But it wasn't a 1 out of 5. It was a 1 out of 10.
Oh.
Oop.
So then okay, now that we have the ratings out of the way, I can announce that next week we're going to be continuing guest week. We're gonna have to say goodbye to Vic, take her out
December.
back, and put her down.
Oh
Look
no!
at the rabbits, Lenny. Look at the rabbits, Lenny. Lenny, how
I
many
don't get
rabbits?
around. I don't get a round 2. Is that bad? I'm sorry,
We'll get
guys.
put out to pasture.
We'll
We
include a
actually-
video in our,
we
in our
execute
Patreon
every
behind
guest.
the paywall.
We execute every guest that we have on the show, so that you can't tell our secrets.
True.
The secrets
David's second podcast was Beyond the Rim.
That was a posthumous podcast.
You guys
He recorded
actually
it from
filmed
Beyond
2,
the Rim.
and then you killed him. So you get
No,
more content
no, he was
out of
haunting
it for
us.
the kill.
Yeah, he was haunting us for sure. We had to get we had him get a medium in here and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Paramount
And the Ouija.
mic setup.
And he was like, hey, guys, this
Yeah,
is the
that was actually, that
album.
was we took the Ouija board readout and then that was computer generated.
Okay.
It was a defect.
That's crazy.
You didn't just hire an actor to play him and say what you
Well,
would.
we used his voice. And the Ouija board.
Okay.
But next week, we are going to be continuing rolling with our guest series. We have an announcement about January, so it's no longer just Guest-Sember. But it's going to be continued with our friend Adam. You may have seen him if you were in a high school in Pennsylvania as a UPS man. Nikki Nasty's significant other, Adam. And he has chosen
Famous.
for us to take a listen to Is This It by The Strokes. Big Strokes guy.
Oh, okay. So like off-brand Arctic Monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, worst Arctic Monkeys.
Whoa.
Oh, the sacrilege.
Do the fan bases
or
have
our Arctic Monkeys off-brand Strokes because they started.
Oh, that's true. Because in the newest Arctic Monkeys album, the one I was gonna pick, Starbase, like what is it? Tranquility Based Hotel and Casino, right? There's like the Star Treatment one, and
He
he's
does name
like,
check.
I just wanted to be one of the Strokes. Now look at the mess you made me make.
Yeah,
That's the first line.
Interesting.
it's true. Maybe we'll bring that up with Adam and say
Who's
why
better?
he likes the inferior version of the duality.
I've gotten really into the Strokes' newest album over the past 2 weeks. I've really enjoyed it. But we're doing their oldest album next week.
Right, their first album.
Yeah, what?
I'm sure their sound is exactly the same.
Yeah.
No, there's that
Over
weird
20
Void
years,
album that
Yeah.
they did, right?
Very similar. What'd you say, Jamie?
They did that weird Void album, right? That was pretty different.
Julian Casablancas did it with a different band.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't like a Strokes album.
Yeah. Yeah, the Voids they're songs that are more conventional and just more normal. They're pretty good. But I haven't been able to get into their experimental stuff, even though I like some experimental music. They have some strange stuff.
Well, we'll see if Adam's dabbled next week.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay, so that's that. Then I guess what time we're running up on. Okay. So I guess since there are four of us, we'll give a brief overview of what we've been listening to. I don't know. I've just been listening to the 2020 Wrapped. It's that time of year where it came out, and now I've just mostly been putting it on shuffle because it's 100 songs that I obviously like a lot.
Yeah,
it's just Peach Pit.
So yeah, a lot of Peach Pit That's Animals. Almost their entire discographies on that playlist. Also, I've been getting back into Turn Blue a lot, like the album, especially like Weight of Love and In Our Prime. Yeah, because it's also on there, but independently, I've also listened to that album a couple times. Vic, what about you? What have you been listening to?
Miley Cyrus, she came out with like a new kind of sort of album. I think it's only like 5 songs, but those are really good and very not Miley Cyrus of Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
so those are really good. And then also probably my Wrapped, which also just consists of a bunch of sad music.
It'd be like that.
The very Black Mirror Miley Cyrus of her?
No, like newer, better, less that.
I'm kidding. I was listening to Lil Baby Lil TJ came out with a sampled version of Justin Bieber's Baby.
Wait, Lil TJ?
Yeah, Lil TJ.
That's just his name with Lil in front of it.
Yeah. Right. As a Lil myself, I gotta respect it, okay?
Oh yeah, you're Lil Kern, aren't you?
That's my rapper name.
I think I'm gonna go by Lil Dunkirk.
Lil Dunkirk.
At least
I don't know. I think that's so funny.
At least he didn't go by like his like unabbreviated first name, like Tyler Johnson. Lil Tyler Johnson.
Lil Tyler Johnson. What's that, baby? But so Jordan, you've been listening to the new sample.
Yeah, but then everything else is still the same, dude. I don't know why. I've just been in I know I've said every podcast, but I've just been in like a loop of just listening to like Pop Smoke and I don't know. I haven't liked a lot of the artists. Like there was a long time where a lot of the artists I liked were coming out with new stuff, but now it's kind of like a lot of the rap artists I don't listen to are coming out with new stuff. So I'm trying to expand a little bit, but it's like meh.
It's rumored J. Cole could drop tonight.
Bruh, no one cares. No, I'm just kidding. I don't listen to J. Cole that much either.
It's rumored.
I'm not even a huge J.
A lot
Cole
of
guy,
stuff
but
could drop tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some legendary stuff, man. Man on the Moon 3 comes out the day before my birthday.
Dude, Pop Smoke is on that album. Isn't that insane? Is that not like crazy to you guys? Like there's like 4 features and Pop Smoke is like one of them. I saw that and my mind went...
They recorded him the same way we recorded David using a Ouija board. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
The Ouija board technology.
Dude, the Ouija boards have really come a long ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do anything with them now.
Yeah, man, Friday is going to be big. Will we or will we not finally hear Donda?
Yeah, Donda.
Did he say he's going to drop it?
Allegedly.
No, he's not going to drop it.
Allegedly Friday.
No
Allegedly we're supposed to get Cole, Donda, and...
Where did you see that?
It was like Shrek or DJ Pickle Juice.
Bro, they
what I regard as like respectable
DJ
sources.
Who?
Pickle Juice.
He's a Twitter rap curator.
He's a Rick and Morty
It's hip hop Twitter, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's because it's not even like
all right.
It's not even like you know. fake shit. Like, it's stuff that I like kind of trust with sources. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's real. I don't think Donda's real.
I'm in pieces.
I don't believe in it. I think he's just bullshitting. I think it's just clout. It's just publicity.
Well, I don't think he would drop it because of his new like persona, like his new Christian lifestyle. Like, isn't that one reason he didn't drop it in the first place?
I don't know. Hell,
I don't know. Well, I've been getting my indie on a little bit.
Okay.
I've been listening to this girl. Her band name is Waxahachie, I think. But I think her real name is Katie Crutchfield. Or Crutchfield.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
her newest album's pretty good. Been listening to some She and Him, which is M. Ward and Zoe Deschanel. And been listening to some Theo Katzman too. And Theo Katzman has worked with Wolfpack, if you know who they are. They're like a modern funk group.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And he's also some of his band members, or the guy who plays keyboards with him a lot, is the keyboard player for Dawes.
What with the Wolfpack? Who were you talking about first?
Theo Katzman.
Okay, the guitar guy, like Corey Wong or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Incredible, yeah, incredible guitarist.
Did you see him somewhere or
no? Like on YouTube and shit. He one of the guys on Guitar YouTube. They get together every year and make an album in 24 hours in a studio, and I've just no, that's a different guy. But no, he did like a tutorial series with Marty about like his warm up routine and stuff like that, and it's nuts.
Interesting.
Yeah, he plays guitar with Wolfpack a lot, and I think Joe Dart plays bass. Theo Katzman sings a fair amount. They have a rotating roster.
You were saying
their live
that
shows are supposed to be like really legendary. Though.
Zoe Deschanel sings?
Yeah.
Or like has a band? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have 2 really good Christmas albums, but they also have other good music. They have an album called Classics, which I think is a bunch of covers. I know Unchained Melody is a cover on it, but
Interesting.
It's good. It's some good it's almost like oldies music, like easy listening music, but it's very relaxed.
I don't know why, but that's the exact kind of music I would picture Zoe Deschanel making. I don't know why.
I feel like she sings like coffee shop music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like coffee shop.
Yeah.
Oldies.
It could definitely
somewhere
be
in that line. I could see it.
It's good.
I'll have to listen to that because I really like her in New Girl and like a couple other things that she's in.
That Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie.
Didn't know that she sang.
Oh,
I want to see that. 500 Days of Summer.
She's an elf.
Also,
yeah,
she's an elf.
that was.
she is an
and
elf.
Maybe that's why I've always thought of her as like one of the like most attractive people in Hollywood. Because it's like, I watched her as a kid's movie where you see people and you don't place that's why you like that movie, but then you get older and you're like, oh yeah, I just thought like that person was attractive, but I didn't know it yet.
She's like unrecognizable in Elf. Like
Yeah.
her face looks very
young,
different than it is now, and then her
career.
hair is blonde, and there's no front bang going on.
Still hot.
Yeah.
I had the same
Totally
reaction when I
different
realized that Alexandra Daddario plays Annabelle or Annabeth in the Percy Jackson movies.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, that's why I like those movies.
Oh, that's why she's hot.
There's literally no other reason to like this.
The first one is good. I actually like the first one.
The first one's alright.
Did you read the books?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
read the books.
Because it's an entertaining movie, but like if you've read the books, everything is wrong. Like,
But if you don't read the books,
Then it's
because you're not lame, and you just watch the movies, it's like a whole different series.
dude, that series was excellent. I don't know if it still holds up now, but when I was the right age for it, I was like, yo, this shit is good.
Shit slap, bro. This is fire, boy. What you talking about right now? Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess does anyone have any final thoughts before we wrap this episode up?
Nada once, go fish.
Thank you for having me,
Oh,
guys.
yes, thank you for coming.
Yes,
Of course.
I don't-
It sucks that we have to go. put
Thank you,
down.
Victorious.
I listen to you guys literally every podcast
Yeah.
from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So now he's
Yeah, that's
letting
why
me
at the
talk in
start-
one.
that's
So
why
that
at the
seems like
start of the
Sweet.
episode,
Seems special.
You said, "Oh, I have to talk about this."
Sweet.
we'll cut your part out.
I'm gonna cut all of my audio.
Good. Oh wait, mine actually wasn't recording since minute 1. I'm kidding.
All right, Nick. You can. Any final thoughts, Nick?
Nope. No, Jamie.
No, I'm good.
No.
Your
Jamie.
name's not Nick.
Oh.
Do a Nick impression.
Hey guys, did you guys see the girl that ghosted me yesterday? No, just kidding.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, no!
Oh my god!
Oh no, that was so bad.
Down bad.
I know.
I'm just
Every
down
day
terrible.
you get ghosted by someone else.
Instead of making like a weird voice and saying that that's Nick's voice, you were just like, I got ghosted and I'm sad.
I'm lonely. No, just kidding. Nick, it's okay. We all down bad, okay?
Cut that out so people don't know that Nick's sad.
Oh,
Wait.
all right. Well, with that, so yeah, we just wanted to say thanks again for listening this week, and remember to tune in next week where we'll take a look at "Is This It?" with Adam. Be sure to listen to it so you can kind of have your own thoughts and mentally join in the discussion with us a little bit. Feel free to either leave a comment about your thoughts on this week's album or just us in general on YouTube. You can also tweet them at us. We're on Twitter at @ListUpPodcast, and that account, as well as all of our personal handles, will be in the description of wherever you found this podcast. For now, we'll catch you next week, and remember to listen up.